on the show, every Christmas, we'd all stand in front of a piano, a white piano with a big Christmas tree on top of it. And having been on the show for years, I would stand right in the middle with a few other of the oldies but goodies, and we'd all sing Christmas carols, and the whole cast and crew would come in. It was just this wonderful festive time. And then when I was about 50, we came down to get our positions, and I expected to be right in the front. I was not only behind the piano, I was behind the Christmas tree behind the piano. And I was really devastated. So I went up to my dressing room, I opened the door and locked it, and I just started crying, you know. I felt like I'd evaporated and I wasn't necessary anymore. And I sat there and I thought to myself, okay, do I leave this show? I mean, it's just so humiliating to be written out like this. So I talked to a friend of mine who was also being diminished, as he called it, and he left the show. But I really thought about it, and I thought about leaving, and I wrote a list of why I should leave and why I shouldn't leave. And why I should leave was pretty much pride. I didn't want to be humiliated. I didn't want to be overlooked. And the pluses were things like, you know, it's really fun to go to work every day, and I am 50, who's going to take a 50-year-old aging actress and give her a wonderful part like I have, and I'm part of a family. And I weighed them, and I decided that staying in the room, in my dressing room, was more important than my pride, which is really what it came to. And I've talked about this as I've gone around the country, and people have said to me afterward that it resonated with them on a different level, that they decided to stay in a marriage or stay in a job because of hearing that. That, you know, I would talk about the grass not being greener. When you leave for someone else, they look great. Well, wait till you're living with them day by day and you have to make the bed and you're arguing about who takes out the garbage and all the silly little things about life. You know, it all evens out. All those people you think are your soulmates no longer are discussing Shakespeare with you. They're going to be watching football. You know, that's the reality of life. And, you know, your kids are going to be his kids, and it's going to be sort of a nightmare. So I can't tell you how this staying in the room has resonated with people. I stayed, and it was interesting that the wheel that I'd been on, which I was really at the bottom, started coming up, so much so that at the end of the show, I married my boyfriend on the show. And I have to tell you about my boyfriend, how this all started. He was a great friend of mine. We spent every day together having lunch and talking, and, you know, I knew his wife really well. He knew my husband really well. We knew all about each other's kids. We would complain. We did, you know, this was just the way we were. We were best friends. And then they decided that we'd become a couple, which meant we had to kiss each other. Now, it's like kissing your best friend's husband, whom you've known for years and years and years and years and years. It's pretty awkward, you know? And we just sort of pretended during rehearsal. We went, mwah, pretended to kiss. But when taping came, we had to really kiss. And he came in, and he brought me a flower. I'll never forget this. And then he kissed me. And it was so good. I just thought I was going to die. I forgot all my lines. They went right out of my head. And all I could say was, oh my, oh my. And after that, it was so awkward with him because, you know, we would have gone off to lunch normally, but after this really good kiss, we both went in opposite directions. It was so awkward. Well, we had to keep kissing, and we became normal friends again, and life went on as it does. But it was just such a microcosm of what, you know, what can happen, surprising you in life. But also, by staying in the room, I did get to have the circle come all the way to the top again. And I just want people to think twice before they walk out of their room.